Hi, I'm Julia Fortman, and Julie Richard and I are here today to give you a little bit of background about what is Fearless Mom. We wanted to make sure that in each course there is an explanation for you of the heart behind the ministry and our vision and values. Julie, why don't you explain how do you, when people ask you, what is Fearless Mom, what do you say?
I get that question a lot, and actually over the years, my answer has evolved because we began it as a ministry to our moms in-house. We knew that I had a passion for moms. Julia was also passionate about ministering to moms and encouraging moms. But then we realized, hey, we have all this video equipment and an incredible production team. What if we just recorded, put them online, and gave them to other people too? Again, trying to remove isolation and shame. And so we did that, and the response was incredible. So then my answer started to change. Oh, well, this is a ministry of our church, and then it's also beyond our church. And we've seen God do amazing things and reach moms that we never thought were possible, all with the vision of encouragement and cheering on while challenging you to be the best mom that you can be. So now when somebody asks, what is Fearless Mom? I say, it is an incredible guilt-free, shame-free, judgment-free community of moms, a community of moms who, yes, we cheer each other on, but always challenging each other to be the best moms that we can be. And nobody has it all figured out, but we're grateful that we serve the God who gives us a lot of guidance in His Word. So it's a practical ministry, and it is biblical. So I would say practical biblical teaching.
Yeah, I would add fun too.
And
because
fun.
you make sure we laugh.
We take motherhood, but not ourselves too seriously. But I think that's a distinction to make for us. I tell people all the time if they're coming to speak or whatever, I'll go, we use a lot of humor, but we're never sarcastic. And so, husbands, easy targets, teenagers, easy targets. We don't poke at them. We laugh mostly at ourselves and the mistakes we've made, knowing that God can use everything, even seasons of mistakes, to help others.
So how do we get connected?
There are a lot of different ways to be part of that online community. And so the first way, if you live in Austin, we do live recording. So we do have that in-person experience, that live experience, typically a spring semester and a fall semester, but we're adding and layering in some other recordings as well. And then if you don't live in Austin or you're unable to gather with us in person, there's so many ways. And so the first is to stay connected with social media. Social media gets a bad rap, but we actually believe that we can use social media to encourage a mom and to remind her that she's not alone. And we provide a lot of practical reminders on our social media, a lot of videos on our social media, and a lot of humor. We have a lot of funny stuff on there because sometimes, as we all know, you got to laugh to keep from crying. And then you can subscribe for our newsletter. Our newsletter goes out each Fearless Friday, and in the newsletter, you'll see everything that's going on, all the current, whether it's a podcast, a blog, a video that we've released, or an upcoming e-course. You can get all that information there. And so you've got social media, newsletter, podcast, blog, free videos, and then the e-courses, and then finally our conference, our annual conference. We started that last year in 2020, and then 2021 will be a virtual conference, and we are already planning, even though we haven't had our 2021 one at the time of this taping, we're planning for 2022 to be in person again. So lots of ways to get connected.
Yes. So you've shared a little bit about the in-person gatherings here in Austin. And yes, we do live recordings, but we also have small groups that meet. And there's an aspect of our program, which is our Titus 2 team, that's really at the heart of our ministry.
You bet.
Talk a little bit about how that works.
So a lot of our online moms, they may be leading groups. And some of our groups are a few moms who gather in a home. Others are larger groups at churches. Maybe your church has a group of 10, or maybe it's 10 groups of 10, and then we have even bigger ones than that. But in our experience, what we have discovered is one of the I hate to say magic, but it is the magic of Fearless Mom here is our Titus 2 group. And our Titus 2 leaders are facilitators. They're small group facilitators. And they are key to our live experience. And those are just what we call more mature or more experienced moms. The Bible, though, does say older moms teach the younger moms. Older women teach the younger women. We prefer, more experienced,
Yes.
particularly since I'm in that group now. And so that group meets together, and they then facilitate all of our small groups of the younger moms. And when I say younger moms, we have some small groups that are full of empty nesters, all the way down to moms who are expecting their first child. So when we say Fearless Mom is an online community of moms, it's for all ages and life stages. When we began, I think we began with a lot of focus on discipline, because that's the typical question we get. But what we found is moms in every stage needing encouragement, needing a reminder about who you are, who you're created to be, and a reminder that you are created and empowered by God, for this job. So it has broadened over the years. But that Titus 2 group, we've discovered, one of our primary values is to eliminate shame. And, we say shame is like mold that grows in the dark, and guilt is the enemy of forward progress. These are lines that we say a lot. And what we found is that as your children get older, middle school, high school, college, young adults, there's a different kind of isolation. I think we're all aware of the isolation when someone has a baby, aware of the isolation when maybe someone is tethered to 2-year-olds, but that isolation that you feel paired with the guilt and worry and anxiety of the older children.
Well, and if you've ever lived with a teenager, they will surely tell you that you're the only one.
Oh, they actually tell you that you are the only. What do we always say? You're not alone. Your teenager will say, "You're the only mom who won't let me do this." So we really have found that group, it's amazing. And our group has been together for years now. And so their prayer requests and their commitment and loyalty to one another, it's a big piece of the puzzle. So if you are getting set up, or if you're interested in setting up a group or anything like that for Fearless Mom, we call them remote groups. Like I said, some are small and in homes, others are bigger programs at churches. But that's a key element. And you never outgrow Fearless Mom.
That's for sure. And you just highlighted, if you're thinking of setting up a remote group, share with us your goals. You've been intentional from the very beginning about removing isolation and shame for moms who may be watching the videos alone, and you always welcome in online moms to every session. So share with us the purpose of moving everything onto the eCourse platform and going online.
Well, because we are making some shifts. When we first began, we just would record and then put it up on Friday and hope for the best. But what we realized is that we didn't know. We would hear from people like, "Hey, we've got a group here," and so nice to meet you. We've got a group in Minnesota. We never knew about any of them. So this new platform not only allows us to keep up with the groups, but to provide new content, to provide tools, and to help them. Again, with something like training or preparing Titus 2 leaders. If we know who the groups are, we're now better, able to help them. And then also individuals. It's super easy to send everybody to one place. So that switch to the new platform, while it's a change for us, our goal is always to help as many moms as possible. So when people come to us with ideas, or a year and a half ago, I guess we went to a media company and asked them for better direction, and could you help us reach more moms, then we follow their lead, pray through it, and we bite off a little bit as we can, because this is by moms for moms, and we're literally just trying to keep our head above water here to keep up with, again, just helping as many moms as possible. So what is our drive? What is our goal? We are now moving forward, charging for the semesters, and it's a small fee, but it allows us to do more things to reach more moms. It's allowing us to do the conference. It's allowing us to create new content. And again, money is never a reason not to do anything with Lake Hills Church or Fearless Mom. We have scholarships abound, but we just feel like this is the right step to, again, reach as many moms as possible. We were very fortunate to be 5 years behind Leading and Loving It, which is a ministry for ministry leaders, pastors' wives, and women in leadership. And their goal was to remove isolation for all of those women. And so they've shared with us their experience, and now we're just trying to learn from what they've done and then do that same thing: remove isolation, remove shame, remind people that you're not alone, and then give you a group, a community that will cheer you on and challenge you.
Yes. And I would say at the heart of it all, if you were going to wrap up our vision and our values, it's fun, it's practical, and it's biblical. And we hope you enjoy.